How would you describe the clubbing scene here in Barcelona?
I would say it's very different compared to San Jose, California.
I can give you my perspective on the nightlife in the 90s.
And one of the things that probably you will find really weird.
As a woman, unfortunately.
Are there any places for partying that you can recommend that you specifically like? How would you describe the nightlife here in Barcelona? Also, if you compare it to nightlife in New York City.
New York used to be good, like maybe like late 90s, early 2000s. Now it's a disaster. So I think Barcelona's nightlife is even better than New York's, but I don't think Barcelona's nightlife is like amazing like Berlin or something like that, or like Madrid. So I definitely would say that if you're looking for a really big, intense party scene, you should definitely go to Madrid, because I think that the clubs there, the bars there are a lot more exciting than the clubs and the bars here. But you can still have a good time here, but it's not going to be anything too wild and crazy. Actually, you know what? Electronic music, I think, is pretty big here. So electronic music, like in the gay scene, circuit music, which is a complete disaster. I know a lot of people like it, but it's a disaster. And then maybe like top 40s pop music or something like that is pretty big here. I know that they do have some hip hop parties every now and again, which would probably be more my scene, but I don't think it's that common.
Barcelona has a lot of options to club, but thinking that it's a super big city, because the biggest city in Spain is Madrid and after is Barcelona, comparing Barcelona with Madrid or with other places, they don't offer as many options as those places. I mean, if you are an individual, you won't have enough time to go to other clubs because there are a lot. For example, I dance salsa in the Latino community. I know that very well. There are plenty of options and other kind of music. You have a lot of electronic music, and you have like all different kinds of clubs that you can go. You have a lot of
big variety.
Diversity. There you have variety. You have a lot, but when the bars and disco bars closed before that the rest of Spain. For example, Galicia, for me, was super normal to arrive to my house at 7 a.m. Here in Barcelona, I never did that. Mostly 3, 4, that's more like the... Of course, you can find a place where you can stay until later, yes, but it's not the normal thing.
I mean, we're not as connected to clubbing as in Berlin, for example. That's, of course, the truth. But you can find many different kinds of music. For example, I am part of a WhatsApp group, Techno Lovers here in Barcelona. But I'm also a rock lover, and it is easy for me to find rock bars or places where I can enjoy rock with other rock lovers.
Well, look, when I arrived here in 2005, there was an amazing places, an amazing freedom for the nightlife. Still there is. They changing a lot, because I was grow with the house music when they really was the first hits on the disco. Now, after living 5 years in Ibiza for me is the best place of the universe. They celebrating life there. It's really nice to go dancing and see really the energy when you are dancing and you connected with the people. The music, the parties are amazing there. Not all of, but more, the energy of that island is incredible. And after that, in any place that I've been or I go, I don't found the same sensation.
I would say it's very different compared to San Jose, California, but I think it's mostly because of the lateness of the clubs. For example, you can go at 12, but it's not going to be full of people. But you go at 2, people just start showing up. In San Jose, the clubs are closed at 2. They are shut down at 2 o'clock. But here, it's just getting started. So, yeah, I think that the nightlife just goes on later. And it's a lot more techno here, I found. Less hip-hop. But, yeah, I guess to each their own preference. Yeah, I prefer hip-hop.
One of the things that probably you will find really weird is the Spanish timing. Me, I love it. It's like you meeting at 10 o'clock in the evening to have dinner. You kill hours in a restaurant, and people, they just pre-clubbing at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. They go for drinks, and then you go clubbing and you ended up, I don't know, 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. That's very, very common. Me, I'm 52 with my friends, we're coming back 8 o'clock in the morning like we were like kids. There's no problem.
You as a woman, how safe do you feel here going into clubs?
Oh, that's a very good question. I feel safe because I've lived in many different places and I've always done whatever I wanted to do, and I haven't had many accidents. I've had maybe one or two, but not many. But I would say here in Barcelona, you really need to be surrounded by people you trust. I would say things are more dangerous these days. Yeah. So as a woman, unfortunately, we still need to make sure we are surrounded by other good friends and friends we can trust. Yeah.
I feel okay. It depends on the neighborhood and it depends on if I'm with a group of people. If I'm with a group of people, I feel completely safe. And if I'm alone in Revolve, for example, I would not feel very safe walking home at nights. But if I'm in Gracia with a group of people, it's no big deal.
Well, I can give you my perspective on the nightlife in the 90s, which is what I experienced here. And it was just about the most amazing thing that you could have ever experienced. We didn't have cell phones, so we were completely free to do whatever we wanted. But we did it within the boundaries of civilized society. I think what's happened is that so many people have taken that freedom and exploited it to such an extent that now, at times, I do understand why the local government has put so many constraints on the nightlife, because if you walk by Carrer Tuset, which is a big club street near here, I mean, people just really take it to the limit, you know, like throwing up in the street, throwing up in your door, sometimes defecating, leaving your drinks, peeing everywhere, peeing in your door. It's really savage. And so I'm not going to say we didn't do crazy things like that when I was young, but I don't think that they were as prevalent as they are nowadays. I don't know if it's a generational thing that young people now are doing just more awful things. I really don't know. But we did enjoy a club life that was just absolutely fantastic. We would be clubbing until 7 in the morning, and then in the morning, during the summer, we would go sleep in the beach and then rinse and repeat. We would do that over and over, and it was really fun.
Razzmatazz, Apollo are the main clubs here, but Mog and Les Enfants is also, these two are also a thing right now. I haven't been in Les Enfants myself, but Mog I've been, and it's nice. It's a bit crazy, but it's nice, and it's smaller than Razzmatazz or Apollo. Really close to Apollo, there's Plataforma, which is where locals go to avoid Apollo and to avoid tourists audience. So in Plataforma you will find loads of Spanish people, and the music is very varied. It's you can listen to Queen and then a Spanish band, and you know there's a big mix. Branch electronic, which is also very popular these days. Branch electronic is really nice. I find it a little bit expensive, but it is nice. Yeah.
Opium is very good. You have like different rooms that you can go. Nowadays, the Pacha, they have a Tardeo that is not at night, but is before. That is becoming very popular in Barcelona. Tardeo is when you start at 6, 7, and they finish at 12 or 1, and it's becoming very common. It was after pandemic. And then Pacha is very good because you have also 2 different rooms, and also you have like kind of like the terrace outdoors that you can, you know, see the sea or have a drink there, more relaxed. Then there are plenty of people of all ages, and it's very good. And then you have Bling Bling. You have other places in the north where Piqué used to go out and their friends. Then it's more classy. And there is other place that is good, that is Astoria. Astoria is a very nice club, and they organize different parties. You can go to Razzmatazz. It's very famous. You have La Oveja Negra, that is more bohemian, but it's crowded of a lot of people, and you go to small bars with nice music.
If you like more hip hop music, check out Jamboree. It's nice because it also has 2 different floors. So if you don't like the DJ on one floor, you can go to the next, and then vice versa. And then I think also Razzmatazz would be a big one, just because of how large it is. It's something that I think everyone has to experience if they come here and they want to experience the club culture. Just go to Razzmatazz. It has 2 different buildings. You can go through all the different rooms and see all different kinds of artists, which I think is really incredible.
I like to visit jam sessions and places where they have live music. So, for example, one of my recommendations would be on Plaza Real, the Royal Square. It's a good place which is called Jamboree. It's one of the oldest live music clubs in Barcelona. It has 3 rooms, salas, like sala 1, 2, 3. And on each night of the week, they have live music sessions from Afrobeat to till jazz, through R&B, hip hop, and reggaeton even. Or there is also a blues bar called Fry's in Calle Florida Blanca. Then also there's a place where I usually sing is the Big Bang. It's also a very nice little small place, and they have good New Orleans jazz on every Saturday night, and other jam sessions and open mics.
In terms of techno or indie music, you have Apollo. It's a great club. You got Razzmatazz, and then there's some other small clubs. For example, Raval, what is a very dodgy area, it got a fantastic places to go and dance. Fredonia, and then I don't know, maybe City Hall. If your background is a bit more like you're looking for something more like posh, you have to go uptown. There is a street near here called Carretuset where you can find some posh clubs.
La Paloma. La Paloma is an amazing place. Then when they here they're doing a lot of parties open air. Really, I really enjoy stay when here is. I really like go out in summer or springtime when you don't have so much clothes with you, and when there are open places, I really love it. And there are plenty here.
Which ones are your favorite clubs?
My favorite clubs. I'm trying to reduce the amount of time I spend on clubbing because I did that for a long time of my life. But in Pobla Español, which is where Branch Electronic is celebrated, there are nice clubs over there. There are clubs I really like over there. For some reason, I tend to visit Plataforma frequently when I'm partying. But I wouldn't say it's my favorite. It's just where I normally go, but it's not my favorite. Yeah, if I had to choose between Razzmatazz and Apollo, I would probably go for Apollo, just because I've been there more times, and the music I really like. But they're both good options, with the exception of New Year's Eve, where it's a big mess. I don't recommend going to Razzmatazz or Apollo in New Year's Eve to anybody.